To make a business card using Canva. So the front and the back. Okay, let's go. The home page, and we can create, and you can use Canva's own templates, so you can get a business card. We're going to create a landscape one because we're going to showcase the brand rather than your individual books. If you're going to show an individual book cover, you will need a portrait one. So if you're new here, this is Canva Tips for Authors, where we show authors how to use Canva for their book marketing and other book-related things. If you want to talk to other authors about how we use Canva, come and join the Facebook group. The link is in the description. I'm Jeevani Charika. I'm an author. I taught myself how to use Canva, and now I'm sharing the knowledge with you. If you'd like to say thank you and buy me a cup of coffee, you can do that here. Okie dokie. Right, business card. Okay, to save time, I've just gathered all of my various assets that I'm going to put into the document on here. Right, so first of all, let's get the background. Control C, Control V, and let's get this. C, Control V, and stretch it. And let's just get my mugs. Now you'll notice if I move the mugs to the edge here, you get this thing called the danger zone. This is called a bleed, and it's the edge, and it's when they cut your card up, when they print it and they cut the cards out, there is a little bit of movement in here, so you might lose something that is on the edges. So the idea is basically keep everything that's important that you don't want to be cropped out inside the danger zone. Right, let's put my mugs back where they were, and I shall go and put the rest in, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my elements that I need, and these are all basically from my website. If I show you my website, this is my website, and this is my website banner. Now, I made this banner, so I have all of the elements of this, which is why I was quite easily able to copy and paste them. If you didn't make your banner, somebody else made it for you, what you can do is you can go to your website and find the banner image, download that, and just use that, so you don't have to spend time fiddling about putting things in the right places. Just use that as your image on your business card. Okay, so that's my business card. That's what it looks like on the front. Let's do the back. Now the back I like to keep white. Why is this yellow? I like to keep white just because this is going to be information that you're going to hand out to people. And this is what I normally have on the back of my business cards. A website, a Linktree, and some social media icons. I will show you how to do these. So website is first. Put in a text box. Oh no, not that. Let's find a better font. There we go. And rhodabaxter.com. Let's make it a decent size so that you can read it. Now you can, if you want, put your email address on it. I'm not going to. Right, so the next thing we want to do is to put your social media handles. Now, where do you find them? Like if we go to Instagram, this is my Instagram, and that's my Instagram handle there. So you can either just copy this, instagram.com, and your name, or you can just put @ and your name. So what I've done is I've just put @. Let's put those in. Oh, it's all in that stupid font still. We don't want that. We want glacial indifference. There we go. And let's make them all line up together. Right, so these are my social media handles for different social media. So that's TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Now I had some icons. Let me show you how to find the icons. So you can here put in Instagram icon in elements, and you will find it, and that's quite nice. And the other place to find it is you go to apps and you use an app called Brand Fetch, and that again lets you find sometimes quite obscure things. So it gives you, this is the Blue Sky collection, so it's all of the logos for Blue Sky, plus the brand colors with the hex codes and any images associated with it, which in Blue Sky is just a blue sky. So let's get this one. Now this one is blue. We don't want it in blue, we want it in black, so let's change it to black. And oops, Control Z. There. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. Let's do that. The other okay. And then maybe you want a little bit of context there, so you could say, find me on social media. Don't really need it, it's fairly self-explanatory, but sometimes it's nice to have. Right, in this space here, you can either put a book cover, for example, if you like it, if you want to, or a logo. What I like to do is I'd like to put in my Linktree link. Linktree is just a little mini website with a load of links in. You can make one of these on your Canva and use one of those, or put it on your actual website with a load of collections of links, but I use Linktree just because people know what Linktree is. So in here I've got things to do with my books, things to do with courses for writers, this YouTube channel, and a few other bits. So let's get this. This is my Linktree link. And then we're going to go to another app called QR to generate the QR code. There's loads and loads of QR code apps. Look at this. This is so cute. Okay, I'm going to use the simplest one because my theory is if it's simple, there's less to go wrong. So you enter your QR code and then you generate code and it puts it in. And anybody scanning that will be taken to that Linktree link. The other thing that I like to do is to actually just put the link in, because some people just don't like scanning links on their phone, which is fair enough. So we're going to add a text box. And you're going to paste the link in. Now sometimes when you do this, this happens. So it does paste the link in, but it leaves your paragraph text on the front. So you click the edit button, and where it says paragraph text, just delete that and replace it with whatever the link's actual text is. And let's make that smaller so that it's all one line and move it out of the danger zone. Okay. And then again, because we're going with the blindingly obvious, let's put a little arrow saying all my links here. All right, all the links. And let's find a little arrow, curved arrow. Now most of these are Canva Pro. There are a few free ones, but if you want to try Canva Pro for free for 30 days, there is a free trial link in the description. It is an affiliate link, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Right, let's use a free one for the purposes of this demo. Let's make this smaller. And let's rotate this so that it points down to where we want it to go. You can add other things. You can add your email address if you want, various other things. Right, let's get rid of this because this was just there to hold all of the different elements that I needed. And we go to share and, oh, not share, we go to print with Canva. Right, print with Canva. It gives you quite a nice little mock-up of what it'll look like. That's what the front looks like. That's what the back looks like. I like this one, look. Hey! Oh, it's the little things. Okay, and you can choose what paper you want. So let's go for standard paper, matte finish, uncoated finish, square corners, and 100 business cards is £21. That's, there we go, matte is cheaper, there we go. Matte finish, 100 business cards is £15.50 and it's free delivery. So you could do that and get it delivered to yourself. So that's using Print with Canva, and that is very easy. There are other services that you can use for print. Places like Vistaprint and Banana Print and Moo.com. But one thing to bear in mind is the size that you need. So if we go to Vistaprint and we go to business cards and you go to upload design, you get this, where you choose what kind of card you want. But this is 85 millimeters by 55 millimeters. Now I happen to know that the Canva business card size is an American business card size. It's slightly bigger. So if you were going to make a business card and print it with Vistaprint, you make a note of this, 85 by 55. And instead of opening the business card template, you open custom size, set this to millimeters, put in your 85 and your 55, and it will generate exactly the right sized image or template for you to work on. And if you are downloading it to be printed somewhere else, you can download it either as JPEG or PNG images, which is fine, or PDF for print. And it should download a size that is the right size and flatten your PDFs. Do you actually need business cards if you're an author? I think they're quite useful. 3 scenarios I can see where they are useful. One is if you're at an industry event and you meet an agent or an editor or a book blogger, you can say, here, have my card. You can get in touch. You can find out more about my books. Another scenario is if you just meet somebody like on the train or somewhere and you say, I'm a writer, and they say, oh, what have you got? You can give them a card so that they can go and look you up later. And the third scenario is if you are doing some sort of in-person event. Same thing, you can have these on the table. Sometimes people are like, oh, I'm in a rush. You can just say, here, have a card. Or if you have swag, if you're allowed to put things in swag bags at events, because sometimes you are, you could just send a load of business cards. For that, actually, and for just handing things out, bookmarks are better. There's a tutorial on how to make bookmarks in Canva and get them printed off, and I'll put the link up there. But business cards are good for a more professional setting generally. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please tell all your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.